Yes, those are my windshield wipers. Must be race day. Mike Mulhern from MikeMulhern'sNASCAR on the road to Bristol. Saturday morning. Supposed to clear up, but the weatherman never said it was even going to rain today. Weatherman had been very accurate this year. In fact, I was thinking that I need to go through the record books this year and see just how many races have been affected by rain. Not that we can do anything about it, except maybe earlier starting times. NASCAR blames the TV networks blame NASCAR. I don't know who said these 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock starting times, but Daytona, for example, started, was it 3:18 p.m. in the afternoon? Supposedly to get the West Coast audience. Ratings the way they are, it'd have been cheaper to send everybody on the West Coast an alarm clock. They just told them to get up earlier. We could have gotten the whole race in if we'd started 2 hours earlier like we should have. That might be one reason we're waiting to see when the schedule comes out. Steve O'Donnell, NASCAR's number something or other up there. Big Cheese says Labor Day weekend. Okay, Atlanta, I guess, is what he's talking about for when we're going to release the 2010 schedule. Of course, back in May, when Bruton Smith was talking about adding Kentucky, moving a race there, NASCAR was on the verge of releasing the schedule. It insisted. May, June, July, August, September. On the verge, yeah. Alright. Next weekend, Montreal, which is sort of strange. Not strange in Montreal, of course. It's a great town, nice track, yada yada yada. Carl Edwards will be there, teaming with Marcus Ambrose in the Grand Am race, which ought to be pretty interesting. But it's an off weekend for Cup. So, what does that do to NASCAR's momentum going into the chase? Well, I don't think it's going to be that much. I mean, Montreal is a road course. Last year's was a disaster in the rain. Finally, I had to call it short of the distance because it was just too rainy, even with those old rain tires. Hoping it to be dry next weekend for that race. But today we're at Bristol. Tonight, Sharpie 500. And who do you think is going to win? Me? I'm looking for a Busch brother. Kyle? I know he's had bad luck. Tries well up here. When he's on his game, he's on his game. He was leading Friday night's nationwide race, so they got wrecked out. He's probably a little ticked over that. In fact, he's been a little ticked all year. It's funny. He's almost like Tony Stewart back in the day. Joe Gibbs probably needs to sit him down and calm him down. The way things are going now, Kyle's got 3 races to get back in the chase. 15th in the points. Things aren't looking too good. So he's got a chance to win. Kurt Busch sometimes runs well here. Got the new Dodge engine. The Petties, I don't know if they've got a Dodge deal or not. We were talking to Toyota's Lee White yesterday, and he says Dodge is going to make a big attempt to keep the Petties in the Dodge camp. I don't know if that was him dropping the ball and saying basically that Toyota's decided not to expand to try to include the Petties, or what. In fact, we seem to be a little bit perturbed about a number of things, including that engine meeting that NASCAR had a couple of weeks ago. We asked about fuel injection. We're going to talk with Jack Roush today. We talked with Chevrolet's Pat Suey last weekend. So far, it looks pretty straightforward. People like it. Cheap, they say. Easy. But why? That's my question. Why in the world are we looking at fuel injection? Nothing wrong with it. Just something else that doesn't really add to the racing, I don't think. Lee White says it's part of NASCAR's plan to try to attract a younger audience. Good. We need all the fans we can get in this sport, especially where ratings are dropping and crowds are off, though you have to give Jeff Bird, the president of Bristol, a pat on the back. He's the only guy that sold out both of his Cup races this year. 160,000 fans. Lee White says NASCAR's got several ways to go to make the sport more modern, more appealing to the 15 to 20-year-olds. Me, I'd go to General Motors and say, well, what happened to Pontiac? I thought that was part of the Pontiac mystique, you know, was the younger angle, Firebirds and all that. Well, GM decided just to kill off the Pontiac. Sometimes the smarter these guys get, the dumber they look. That's my take. So tonight, Jimmy Johnson, comfortably in the chase. He can afford to go out and gamble. Doesn't really do well here, but might have a shot at winning. Jeff Gordon, I don't know about his back. It's a pretty tough place. Makes pretty hard hits here. Tony Stewart, not in a good mood. Wasn't in a good mood last weekend either. Didn't run very well. But he's in the chase. In fact, I don't think Tony Stewart has run very well at Bristol in a long time. I wonder what that's all about. Carl Edwards, Greg Biffle's on the front row. Outside, next to Mark Martin. Gotta love Mark Martin. I really hope he puts something together in this chase. Hope he makes the chase. He's 12th on the bubble. 3 guys right behind him. He'll try to take it easy. Maybe lead the first lap and get some points. Greg Biffle might be a good pick too. Drives well here. He's not solidly in the chase. He needs to hustle. I just hope we have a good race. Ever since they repaved the track, put down the new concrete, made it nice and wide and smooth. No bumping and grinding. We need more bumping and grinding up here. This is Bristol. Racing the way it ought to be. I hope it's going to be. Tonight, Mike Mulhern from MikeMulhern.net. On the road Saturday to the Sharpie 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway.